Hi, it's Paul from MTB Pro. This is my stock swing trading analysis and alert video for Tuesday the 19th of December. So let's start with the open trades. So BHP had a great day yesterday. We've broken this J pivot. Remember, we've been in this for quite a long time now, way back here. We've been up and down. We've slightly beat this J pivot now, which is encouraging. I want to really look to get out. Lower volume yesterday though, so that is a concern, but we are in profit now. So I've been in this for quite a long time and I do want to get out of this before Christmas, so let's see how today goes. Really would be nice to get up to $44 and take 0.5% profit on the account balance, but that may be just too much for it. So let's have a look and see this today and tomorrow. DWDP, great day yesterday. After a week of selling off, profit taking, did find support yesterday, had a gap up and a really good move up back into profit making position. We're still underneath this major support resistance level, so it's not over yet, but that was an encouraging move. Let's see if that momentum can continue into today's session. So PNR, we did get the gap up yesterday, and we moved higher after the big sell-off Thursday, Friday last week. But we're still in a slight loss-making position. We're coming back into this support and resistance zone now. Our original entry is at 69.31. It did almost touch that yesterday. Let's see if this momentum can continue into today. So PPG, we're back at break even. So this so far is the comeback kid. It's not over yet, but we have had two great days from this big sell-off last week. Again, we came very close to the stop loss, but didn't take us out. And then we've had two gap up and positive days, very similar in price action. Just yesterday's volume was slightly lower, but we are getting into the Christmas season now, and volume is going to reduce each day. So LQ. Again, lower volume on this one yesterday, but we got the higher high, the higher low. We're back in a really decent profit-making position now, and this trade is starting to look pretty good. Would be nice to get back up above this I pivot in the next couple of days and make a new high on this move. So let's just keep an eye on this one. VTR. The short rejected those highs, which is really good. Got a nosebleed there yesterday. So that is very promising for this again. We're at this same level as this M pivot, rejected that price. We just need this to turn back down again, back to average volume. IVZ, we did have the gap up yesterday, but it was a mediocre day. We had a red day. We got the higher high, the higher low. That's all I can say at this point. We seem to have found that support and moving away. We're probably going to get some more consolidation today. This previous wave 3 level is way too much for this at this moment in time. But we've just got to keep an eye on this. Maybe look to get out before the end of the week. Let's just see how the price action goes over the next day or so. But yesterday was okay. HCP, the short, again there's only two shorts on at the moment. They're hedging against our longs. But this had another nosebleed, so it doesn't like these highs. We just need some negativity in the markets to help push this down. NAV, great day yesterday, back into a profit making position, broken this B pivot, the M pivot high here, and this other high here. So good day yesterday, increase in volume, which is unusual against most of the trades that we're in at the moment, but we're in a profit-making position, can't complain about that. So COP, we had a green day, lower volume, we didn't get a higher high, we got a slightly higher low, but we had a green day, so it was encouraging. We're just consolidating at this level now. Whether we can push up this week is another matter, because we are going to get lower volume as we get towards Christmas. So ATI, Had a great day yesterday, broke out of this little range that we've been in last week. The volume wasn't spectacular, it was average, but the price action was pretty good. We had a slight gap up and we closed near the high as well. So that's very, very encouraging for today. At the time of making this video, there's no pre-market action on this, but that was a great breakout of this range yesterday. And WY back in a profit-making position. We had the indecision doji yesterday, but we had the higher high, higher lows, so we are back in the green, as it were. So let's go to the watch list. So EMB I've cancelled the potential short because we've made a new high on this wave 4 and we're stretching the limits now of this wave 4. We've broken the 0.618 retracement level, so that's just too much for me. So EMB is cancelled. PBI is cancelled for now. This one we just got to give this time to find some decent resistance. This could go a lot higher, so I've cancelled the order for now. GIMO still range bound. We're looking for this breakout. If that breaks to the downside, we could get a really good move on here, but at the moment just range bound, so I can't do anything. BIDU, good positive day yesterday, broke away from this little range, closed near the high. Quite encouraging this, so we just got to see this move again. 253.52 is the good sensible entry above this B pivot here. We've had the double bottom, we've got the pivot, and a standard entry for this is above this pivot for this double bottom play for the long, but also it's a decent entry for our fifth wave move. WBA, the short is still on. 68.83 is good. Did reject those highs yesterday, but did gap up a little bit, so keep an eye on this one. ACHC, the short still good, rejected the highs yesterday, got this tombstone doji, red doji form yesterday, so 30.69 still a good entry for that potential short. VSH came close to the open price, to the entry price yesterday, didn't quite make it, so let's see if this momentum can continue today and get us through 21.72 and get us into the trade. IQV got the gap up yesterday, didn't quite beat these highs here though, so 104.11, still a good entry for IQV. And some new ones for today. MU, good gap up yesterday away from this little range. We've got an entry above this M pivot, way outside the 6-4 moving average high for today's bar position. 44.63 is the entry. The stop loss is 38.93, below the whole $1.39 mark and below the wave 4 low, and the target way up here around about $56. So good risk to reward there. Good looking potential long on MU. Calm, this was spotted in the trade room last week. We've just allowed this to form this support level at the wave 4. Previous support here, really good support and resistance level. So early days yet, did move away from the wave 4 yesterday. This needs to continue the momentum, and then I'm going to go for an entry at 46.42 outside the 6-4 moving average high for today's bar position. Don't think I'll be adjusting that down. I think that's a sensible entry with the stop loss at 43.70 and a target up here around $52. So good risk to reward there for that potential long on Calm. DNR, a nice cheap stock but with good average daily volume. So average volume is around about 3.84 million a day. So there's good shares traded on this. Nice cheap stock. Had the wave 4 pullback, found good support at the 0.5 fib. TJ's lips has been taken out. The oscillator pullback's good as well. So all looking good. Nice cheap stock. 179 entry, which is outside the 6-4 moving average high for today's bar position. We've got a stop loss at 152 and a target of 222. So decent risk reward into the target. Nice cheap stock there. DYN. We've had the nice wave 4 pullback. It is in a mediocre sort of support level. After this big move up, we had the consolidation for a couple of days here on the left, and that's where it's found support on the wave 4. I've gone a little bit more conservative on this one, 1174 entry above this pivot here, just to make sure that we are moving away from this wave 4 properly, and it's also above these two pivots here on this on these lows. So 1174 entry, 1086 stop loss, and a 1350 target, so that gives us a decent risk to reward there. And finally TD, we've had a good trade on this already. If I just move back, this was a previous wave 4, we got in here, then it gapped up, took us into the target level, took profit. So this was a good trade. It's in a really strong bullish move. Now that continued to go higher. That would have been an amazing trade, but that basically broken the rules, so now became a new wave 3 rather than a wave 5. That wave 4's pulled back against there now. Stochastic oscillator's good. Stochastics crossed over in the oversold zone. So looking now after another profit taking pullback, wave 4's found support, looking for another long trade. So 57.05 entry above the 6-4 moving average high for today's bar position and above the whole $57 mark. Stop loss at 55.69, target 60.50, so a great risk to reward here. Again, going on recent past history, we've had one great winning trade on this in a strong bullish move. It's pulled back against that bullish move, found good support, and we're going to go for another go on TD. So that's it for today. Quite a lot of new potential orders, good overall profit that we stand with the current open trades. We look at the spreadsheet again. So currently, as we stand, running profit and loss on the close of last night, 2% profit on the account balance. There is a call to take some of these profits off before Christmas, and if that's your the way you want to do it, there's nothing wrong with that at all. For those that are new members, again to remind you, the new orders on the right here are in white background with orange writing. The existing orders are in blue. And then if we go to close December here, you'll see the profit and loss for each of my 3 strategies. So this is the strategy for this video here. We're around about break even for December at the moment. The middle one is my trade room. So those profits there, I risk less on those, so the win percentage is higher, although we had a massive win at the beginning of the month. So I only risk 0.5% on my trading account balance for these trades in the trade room, and that's 3.15% profit on the account balance so far for this month. And this is my inner circle here. We've made 5.9% profit. Different strategies to these two here, and a lot more communication. We communicate all the time through a special app, and there are places left on the inner circle if you want to join. Just give me a quick email at paul@mytradingbuddy.com. So that's it for today. Have a great trading day, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.